In today's tabletop review, I'm going to be taking a look at a AR-15 rifle stock. This one is the Vltor Clubfoot IMOD. Carries a part number of VLTAIB-MCB. This particular stock retails right around $90, give or take. And we'll talk about some of the specs, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at this stock, and we'll test fit it to an AR lower, and I'll give you my comments on what I think about it. But first off, I'd definitely like to apologize for my absence. I've been working on several projects. One of them is a complete revamp of the Too Fast Tactical website, so that's been occupying a lot of my time. And I've had a few other projects in the works, some individual Too Fast Tactical AR-15 related products that I've been working on. Wrapping those up now so I can get back to doing product reviews and telling you what I think about products that are out on the market. So let's get started. The Vltor product line they've been on the market for a while. I don't know the entire back history on Vltor. They've been a major player for a long time. They're a military contractor. High quality products, just not quite as well known as some of the other products out on the market. This particular one comes packaged in this POP plastic hang tag, and I'll apologize about the glare coming off of this. Trying to capture video of a shiny plastic packaging without the light creating glare is challenging, to say the least. Anyway, this is how it ships. And let's see. I'll read some specs on this a little bit later. This packaging is good packaging for, a retail store. But I definitely like products that are packaged in a box where I can open it up and actually take a look at the products. You can't very well open up something like this without damaging the product. A lot of times these things are stapled shut, but chances are you're ordering something like this online anyway, so you're looking at pictures or you're looking at other product reviews, and so you don't really get a chance to see it in person anyway. So let me take this out and we'll take a look at it. Out of the packaging, this is what we're looking at here with the Vltor IMOD Clubfoot. There are several versions, the Clubfoot and the Standard. I'll talk about those soon. This particular stock, of course, has facilities for battery storage right here. By just twisting these up, we remove this and we can get access to the batteries on either side. And it is supposedly a water resistant compartment, or waterproof, excuse me. I should use proper terminology. Vltor says waterproof, so I should use waterproof as well. Let's talk about some of the specs of this. The battery compartments, as mentioned, waterproof. They hold 3 CR123 or 2 AA batteries in each compartment. So we have a compartment here and we have a compartment here. Comes pre-assembled with the butt pad and the strike plate. It is a matte finish. It's anti-reflective, anti-glare, impact and temperature resistant polymer. Supposedly it's specially blended for Vltor stocks, but it's probably the same type of material that Magpul and other vendors use. You can use a standard sling with this, or you can use a QD. There's QD sockets on either side. This stock is also available with a buffer tube extension, a complete kit. The length with the butt pad is 6.26 inches. Standard weight, 9.5 ounces. That's for the standard one. The Clubfoot one that we're looking at is 9.9 ounces. Length of pole fully collapsed, 10.25 inches. Length of pole fully extended, 13.5 inches. I know you're going to be asking me, okay, so what's the difference between the standard and the clubfoot? There's a visual difference. The standard kind of doesn't have this piece down here. The clubfoot version is a hybrid model that supposedly bridges the gap between tactical and prone shooting positions. This portion allows the shooter with his offhand to support the stock and control the rear of the weapon. So my initial thoughts on this particular stock by looking at it is this is a well-made stock. The battery compartment modules are removable. You can take these off and replace these, or you could take these off and actually paint them or replace them with one that's molded in another color, and I've seen some people do that. You have your standard push lever for adjustment of the stock, and Vltor logo. Trying to think what else I've noticed. The butt stock or the butt pad is removable. There is a hex bolt right in there, which you can unscrew and remove this butt pad. That's about the only serviceable part that I can see on it. You have this top section right here for a sling if you so desire to use that. It does have a hole in the top right here for position indicators if you're putting this on a rifle that has a buffer tube that has stop indicators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. You know, with some of these stocks that hold batteries, one thing I've noticed with some of them is that these compartments have a tube that has to come out for you to get access to your batteries. And that requires removing the stock from the buffer tube. I don't particularly care for that. If I'm going to run something like this on a rifle, I need to be able to access my batteries without removing the stock from the rifle. And this does fit the bill. You can pop these compartment plugs out. And they do have a rubber material right here, and then get access to the battery. So you would just basically have to slide this out and then tilt your rifle and you could get your batteries out. So that's a good feature, and that's something I really like compared to some of the other stocks that are on the market that don't function in the same way. Okay, that's back in place. Let's go ahead and put this on a lower receiver and take a look at it, and we'll give you my my impressions. Okay, this slides on extremely easy. Unlike some other stocks that are on the market, to slide this on, you can just pull this lever all the way down and slide it on. There's a lot of stocks on the market where the lever only goes down so far, and then you have to grab this piece and pull it down further, or there might be some little metal tabs that you have to pull down with your fingers, and they dig into your fingers, and then you start swearing and you know, all that good stuff. I do like this design quite a bit, because as you can see, if I pull this all the way down, I can slide it off. Of course, it gets out of the view of the camera. And it does slide on easy. Holding the lever all the way down, we just slide it on. It locks up nice and tight. There's virtually no wiggle that I can tell. It moves just a smidgen, but other than that, it's very tight. So I like that. So unlike some other types of stocks on the market that actually have a friction lock mechanism, a secondary mechanism, this one fits extremely tight, doesn't require an extra friction lock. and works just as it should. And you can see, like mentioned, we've got the position indicator hole on the top, which is nice. A lot of stocks don't come with that nowadays. So would I recommend this as an option? Absolutely. I think the price is in line with other similar stocks, the Magpul and the B5, give or take a few dollars here or there. Does this bring anything new to the table? Well, I would pick this over the B5, the B5 SOP mod or SOAP mod, however you want to pronounce it. I do like that stock a lot, and I've reviewed that in the past. But I don't like the fact that you more or less have to remove the stock to get your batteries out. So to me, that's a big negative sell point. This, on the other hand, well, you can just slide this out a little bit, and then you can get access to your little compartment doors right here, and then tilt it up, and boom, out comes your batteries. So that's good. The equivalent version of this that Magpul sells also is a good stock, and I believe the batteries are accessed from the rear. Back in this area, there's a tab or a plug that you remove, and you can get out your batteries. So a little bit different design approach, but accomplishes the same thing: access to the batteries with the stock still on your rifle. I'm not sure I really like this sling loop up in this location right here. I don't use those types of slings anyway. All of my slings are use QDs, and obviously my QD goes up here, so none of this really matters to me per se. But you know, you do have the ambidextrous QD point. You can go here. I do believe you could loop a sling through here, or loop it around, however you might want to do it. So you've got some options right here. My cheek rests up here, and with these battery compartments, this provides a pretty decent cheek rest, so this doesn't get in the way. And initially I thought it might get in the way, or it might bother me in some way, shape, or form, but with no sling up there, it doesn't bother me at all. The very well made stock. I have used this a little bit, but not at the range, so I can't really comment about that on the range. It is a heavier stock, and that's to be expected when you start adding on these different modules for holding different parts or batteries and so on. So there's going to be a little bit more weight to it. Not a deal breaker. I'm not exactly sure how to remove these. I have not removed these. I'm sure there's a trick to doing it. I'm not going to try and do that on camera here, but they are removable and they are replaceable. Unfortunately, there isn't just an empty plug you can get to put on there to lighten up the weight or get rid of the battery storage, at least that I'm not aware of. I did not see any on Vltor's website. And like mentioned earlier, I have seen some people take these and replace these battery compartments with like the flat dark earth ones. So if you're running, you know, a black rifle with some flat dark earth components on it, and you buy a black stock, you can switch these out and put the flat dark earth ones on there, so it adds some nice contrast. I've also seen people take these off and paint them. I've seen some painted in red and blue, which is, you know, interesting to you know, bling up things if that's your nature. Other than that, I don't have any other thing to say about this particular stock. I definitely like it. I'm going to use this for a while. If I notice anything out of the ordinary or something that's worthy of a follow-up video, I will definitely place a follow-up video. But other than that, I'll close this video. Vltor IMOD Clubfoot VLTAIB-MCB. Retails around $90. I definitely think it's a good stock and a good buy.